Well, Alejandro, you've got quite an array of things here, from insects to flowers. Spot on for the topic.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing me here. So I'd like to talk about how amazing insects are, especially the pollinators. So I have here a little bit of a show and tell. You know, we have all the different insects that we can look when we're looking at our gardens and pollinator gardens as well. Here are the big ones, the showy ones, right?
Yes.
Somehow we have the beetles that can, you know, interact with the flowers as well, some of the bees. And then to be more specific, since now we're talking about pollinators, we can move to show the actual array of this different, you know, in this case will be the hymenopterans, the bees and wasps. So we have the bees, the native bees over here. We have the bumblebees, right? And then there's some of the, you know, the wasps and other wasps as well. They're going to be going after some of the preys that are actually going around as well. So it's just fascinating how the good guys, yes. So when we have all those caterpillars that are not treating well, these guys are going to take care of that. So it's just, these are the group of pollinators that we bring for the show and tell.
Yes, but flower-wise, those pollinators are attracted to the flowers.
Yes.
And the flowers actually have, I'll say, evolved to attract those pollinators.
Yes, actually, that is a really, so we also have a show and tell here. So we have an array of flowers, and I have a UV light, and I want to show everybody how, you know, we'll pretend that we're going to be that pollinator.
Bee vision.
Exactly, bee vision, and just trying to go there, navigate it, and trying to find that. But before doing that, I'm going to show you, you know, for example, here we have this beautiful hydrangea.
Yes.
Right? And a hydrangea that is actually, you know, offers all the pollen, and pollinators are really buzzing around.
But it's a white-colored plant.
Yes. So like this one, the pentas are also white color, and white color actually attracts not only pollinators but also predators and beneficials. Like syrphid flies are really attracted to the white. There is a vast amount of research showing that syrphid flies are good for aphids and other soft-body insects.
Well, hold on, don't put it away yet, because I want to also share that these two plants actually have two different forms of flowers.
Yes.
So they attract different types of pollinators, because some have what's called an umbel shape with this penta here versus a panicle shape, so that they have a place to stand, because they're not hovers, you know? And so different shapes of flowers are equally as important as the color.
Absolutely, and the architecture of the plant is also really important. Sometimes having those flowers being really presented in front of the insect actually helps to be more attractive, so the insect have easy access to that. So not only the architecture of the flower, but also the architecture of the plant as well.
Super.
So,
let's move on, because we want to get to the good stuff.
Absolutely. So now we have the beautiful natives, the black-eyed Susans. These guys are amazing. These guys are the ones that brings all the pollinators. We've seen not only bees and bumblebees and native bees, but also some of the syrphid flies and some of the other beetles and butterflies as well. Then we have marigolds and that type of flowers would also bring some of the pollinators. But you know, there is some research about how the good benefits of marigold in terms of pest management and actually how they can be intercropping with other flowers and plants.
They become a trap cop.
Yes,
they trap the bad guys.
They could, and then also with the flower they attract the beneficial. So it's a perfect combo.
Absolutely.
And it's good. They're beautiful. They're flowering right now. So this is a great option for if somebody's thinking about putting in a garden, right?
And then we have more colors.
Yes. So we do have some of the, you know, reddish and some of the purple, and these are the different ones that, you know, we would like and suggest for the people that are interested to bring all that diversity of colors and shapes and forms for any pollinator garden that you wanted to do.
Absolutely. And now, because these flowers actually have some special attributes for bees.
So the idea is that now bees and other insects can cue on a specific UV light that is reflected from the flower. It's like having a bullseye. And then you're going to travel and navigate to and go to the good stuff, which are the pollen.
Well, let's show everybody. So let's bring the lights down, and we can show everybody just how cool this is. And we've never done this before, so we're very excited. So you've got a UV light.
So we're pretending that we're navigating the landscape in the system, and then all of a sudden we have this.
Look at that.
Look at how they pop that center. And then the petals get the contrast. That's the great idea. So that's when the vision comes into play. the insects that are looking for the good stuff, the treasure.
Yes.
They go after that, right?
And the sparkle is part of the flower.
Yes, some of them will have the sparkle. Some of them will have some sort of what we call the guides. That
Right.
will actually,
Nectar
it's like having an airport.
Yes.
If you speak, right?
Yes.
And then we have here the purple one that also is similar to that.
cosmos, yes.
Exactly, the cosmos. Cosmos are amazing. Great pollinator for the pollinators as well. So you can see how using this UV light is kind of pretending that how in this case the pollinator,
yeah.
the bee, and some other insect can see that.
And
So.
you could see how those spots are just drawing them down into the center where the nectar
Exactly.
is.
Again,
it's a
the
treasure
bullseye.
map.
It's
Yes.
the bullseye effect,
Yes.
right? And all of that. So that is really amazing.
Well, Alejandro, this is so exciting because when we look at flowers, we just think of colors and such. We need to start thinking of shapes.
Absolutely.
We need to start thinking of colors, but we also need to start thinking about the UV ones that the bees look into.
Yeah, that will be the add-on. So now it's a good topic that everybody is aware. So the flowers are co-evolved with the pollinators and showing all these different resources, including those UV marks that are really, really great to make sure that they're going to get pollinated. And that's the beauty.
Well, I think people are going to go out and look at their gardens differently if I encourage people to take an inventory.
Absolutely.
And to fill in the blanks.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
This has been fun.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.